The roadmap for Season 4 of Call of Duty is out now, and in this video, I'm going to break down all of the new stuff coming to multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone, and give you my honest reactions to it. All of this is going to be in the game next Thursday, at least for the launch of the season. I'm sure there'll be some stuff for mid-season too, but let's get on with it. So this is the blog post, and you've got a roadmap up there, but I think it's less interesting looking at that. Let's have a look at the details as we go through. We'll start with multiplayer, then go on to zombies, then Warzone. We'll sort of gloss through multiplayer a bit, because I don't think many people in my audience play all that much of it. So they've got 5 multiplayer maps. There's 3 coming at launch and then 2 coming in mid-season. We've got a couple of new modes coming, and we've got some equipment, a new score streak coming back, and we've got ranked play, obviously new rewards for that. So in multiplayer maps, we've got Shut Down. So this is the power plant, I think. Yeah, the power plant that was shown off in the Season 4 story trailer, where they were kind of disabling this so they could go break Stitch out of prison. It's a power plant in Iceland. There's some water and stuff like that, some swimming around. Sounds like it's actually a new map as far as I know. Yeah, I think it says at the top here, doesn't it, for each of them? Yeah, brand new. So a brand new 6v6 map. Apparently it is small-sized, like all of the maps in Black Ops 6, I guess. Then we've got Fugitive, which is medium-sized, so a little bit bigger. This is another brand new one. This is the prison that is where they break out Stitch in the story trailer. So, yeah, I mean, it's a prison. That's kind of cool. It looks almost like there's not any cells in the map, which is a bit odd for prison. But you can see some there, so there definitely are some dotted about somewhere. I do wonder if there'll be secrets and stuff on this, because it's all about, you know, breaking Stitch out so he can solve codes and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some little secrets between these 2 maps somewhere. It's a CIA black site, so you'd expect there to be something. Maybe we'll go and have a look at that when it all goes live. It's a lovely picture of Stitch kicking someone while he has a gun. Makes perfect sense. And we have Blitz, which is a new strike map, so that's, you know, a gunfight map, really. Looks like Death Stranding. I guess both of them modeled on Iceland. Looks like Death Stranding, like the beach and stuff. But anyway, 2v2 map. It's nice that they are still supporting gunfight, because it feels like, you know, we haven't had any of the tournaments or anything like that, but there obviously must be people playing it, because every season we keep getting new maps at that kind of size. Or maybe it's just people playing face-off, you know, playing 6v6 on these crazy tiny maps, which I'll never really understand. But there you go. So those are the 3 maps we're getting. And then we're going to get 2 maps in the mid-season update, so probably in about a month, I guess the end of June, we should get these. So there's Eclipse, which looks like it's a nightclub in Avalon. Do you think we'll ever get Avalon as a Warzone map? Let me know in the comments below. I don't know now. I don't know if the moment has passed. Maybe. So that's there. And then also Fringe, which is a remaster of the old map Fringe. I always quite like this map. I think it's quite cool. It's like that little town, and there's kind of a square that goes all the way around it, and then a big building in the middle. It's kind of cool. I think it's nice. I don't think it's going to suddenly make me want to play more Black Ops 6 multiplayer, but who knows. Then we've got some new modes. So we've got Team Elimination. So this is a twist on Kill Confirmed, where everybody has a limited amount of lives each round as they fight to be the last surviving team. You drop a dog tag on death that can be picked up by the enemy to confirm the kill, or by a teammate to deny the opposing team, and you survive longer than the other team or hold the most remaining lives when a timer ends. What's that got to do with getting dog tags? You've just got to kill the enemy team, surely. I don't really understand what the dog tags have to do. Dog tags is just a great way to earn your next score streak. I don't really understand what the dog tags have to do with this. It sounds like it's just like Team Deathmatch, but with a limited number of lives. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Then we've got One in the Chamber coming back as well. You know, Call of Duty is all about bringing stuff back nowadays. And so One in the Chamber is coming back. I thought this was already in private games. Maybe it was, but there's going to be in playlists as well, where you get 1 bullet and you get to shoot someone with it. If you kill someone, you get another bullet, so you can shoot someone else. It's 1-shot kills. If you miss with that bullet, then you have to go use your knife to try and kill someone. It's a lot of fun. I like it as a party game. It's fine. And then they've said there's going to be a party ops mode in mid-season where you compete in a randomized set of party-themed mini-games. Sounds kind of fun. Maybe I'll give it a go. Not much information there. Then the real big thing is there's a new score streak coming, the Grim Reaper, which is the big 4 rocket launcher thing from the original Black Ops. A semi-automatic launcher that can fire up to 4 rockets in one load. Are there automatic rocket launchers? Saying semi-automatic sounds kind of crazy. I guess it's different to like a RPG where you have to like load the rocket in. But still, anyway, it seems crazy to me. But that's coming as well. That score streak is coming. And then in multiplayer, you've also got the ranked play stuff, and you've got the new rewards. There's charms, there's a fairly ugly looking weapon blueprint, and there's a bunch of calling cards for furries by the looks of it. Fair enough. Nothing in there that I'm interested in at all. So let's move on to zombies, where hopefully there'll be something more exciting. Now, the big thing in zombies, I've already seen the tweets about this, is that Grief has returned. So for anyone who doesn't remember, Grief is a mode that people have been asking to come back for a long while. I think it was in like Black Ops 2. Yeah, Black Ops 2. Where basically you have 2 teams go into a zombies map. So 2 teams of 4, and you are trying to survive like normal, trying to do round-based stuff, but you can hassle the other team. So you can do stuff like knife them to stun them, or you can like get bits of meat that you can throw at them to attract the zombies over to them and stuff like that. I feel like this could play quite differently in Black Ops 6, just because Black Ops 6 zombies is so much easier than Black Ops 2 zombies. You know, it's like you have a lot more health, you've got a lot more opportunities to survive. It's not like the old games where you just get hit 3 times and you're dead. So it'll be interesting to see how long these games take. Like, a game's just going to go on forever. I don't know. Maybe they'll like up the difficulty a little bit to make it happen a bit more interesting. But anyway, you can't do damage to other players. You can capture zones to debuff your enemies. That could be kind of interesting. And there's respawns every 3rd round. Now, I'm not sure. Oh, it says indirect PvP combat. You can't outright kill members of the enemy team, but you can interact with them by body blocking or slowing them using melee, bullet-based weapons, or projectiles. Also, it's not just melee. You can shoot the enemies to slow them down as well. So there you go. It's just basically, can you survive longer than the other team? Hopefully, this will be a lot of fun. I'll definitely give this a go. There's arena features, so the action is constant and can get incredibly chaotic due in part to your proximity to your opponents and the hordes of undead encroaching on your team. Thanks to the arena being a subsection of the main zombies map, these are known as grief arenas. Oh, so you're not going to be playing this on a full map. Instead, you're just going to be moving around into smaller areas. That's kind of interesting. Critical doors have already been opened and the power will have been turned on. All other door buys are inactive. Both teams spawn on opposite sides of the arena, each in a group of 4. Team members that are downed can be revived, though rival teams and shot charges and enemies can hamper it. And there's a wave respawner every 3rd round that will just respawn everyone. That's quite good, so you can play it with randoms without worrying too much. You can join in progress up until round 10, so that's kind of cool. Unless another team has won back-to-back capture zones. Okay. Salvage pickups are worth 100 salvage, can be picked up by the first player. Zombies, yeah, rounds will progress faster than usual, so they've made it a bit more difficult. That makes sense. And the number of zombies per round has increased. That makes sense. All of the undead entities except for bosses are to be expected. Sounds like most of the stuff is in there. There's a few gobblegums that have been restricted. I think it's said up here somewhere. There's a list of gobblegums. You can't use exit strategy to obviously end the game early. You can't use idolize to stop zombies targeting you. I wonder why. I suppose gobblegums will give you a huge advantage if you just pop those. You can't use wonder bar to get a wonder weapon. Can't use timeout, and you can't use flavor hex. Oh, that's a new one. Okay. I was about to say, I don't know what that is. But anyway, fair enough. I feel like they should just stop any gobblegums being used, but then they'd make less money, so oh well. But it would suck if like the enemy team used like free fire or something like that, and then they've got a massive advantage just because, you know, one of them spent money on gobblegums. That would suck. Like, that is literally, thinking about it, a bit of a pay-to-win advantage. It's just grief, so I don't think many people will care about it, because I doubt, you know, there's not going to be like ranked grief or anything like that. But that is going to kind of suck that people can pay to get a big advantage. You know, people can use Perkaholic in this. That's huge. It does say they're going to, additional restrictions may be made in the future as the developers keep an eye on game balance. But you know what Call of Duty is like. Even in ranked play, they take a long while to make any changes. Yeah, that'll be an interesting one to see. Like, is grief just ruined by people paying for gobblegums? Hopefully there won't be, you know, much of an incentive to do it other than to have fun, so there won't be a reason to do stuff like that. But anyway, you can capture zones. That's kind of cool. Capture zones appear if you stay inside it and dispatch zombies. Then once your kill count meets a requirement, a grief is triggered on the opposition. So the griefs are things like weapon nerfs, so they do less damage, drain their ammo, an elite zombie spawned, a weapon carousel, so their weapons are swapped every few seconds. That could be kind of fun. Or it freezes them. That seems super powerful. But yeah, so that sounds kind of fun. So there's 11 arenas at launch. So when you load into it, I guess you'll hop into one of these. There's like 2 for Liberty Falls, 2 for Terminus, one's on Crab Island. That's kind of cool. 1 for Citadel de Mort. Bit weird to only have 1 for that. The Tomb Arena, there's 2 for Tomb and 4 for Shattered Veil. There we go. Then there's also some new Dark Ops challenges and stuff. There might even be one for Grief, and it looks like it's redacted. There's a new limited time mode coming in mid-season. It's inspired by the starting room in Moon, which is where you spawn in and then it's insane. Like, it's really dangerous. Loads of zombies start coming and you don't have much stuff, so that's a bit scary. So that sounds kind of fun. I quite like that idea that you just have a thing where, okay, it's simple. You drop into the starting room and you just have to survive to the highest round you can without having all of the sort of strategies and stuff that you would normally have. I think that sounds kind of fun. You can already obviously do it already just for fun if you want to. But I think it's fun to have like a special designed one for that you could have matchmaking with. And then the Abomination Challenge, where you can hunt down an ultra-powered up Abomination. That could be cool. I don't know. Those two sound kind of interesting, but they're a month away. Anyway, there's also new gameplay content. So there's going to be the Shatter Blast ammo mod, another one just returning from Black Ops Cold War. I really hate that they just keep bringing stuff back. I wish we'd get more new stuff in Call of Duty in general, but zombies especially. The fact that like all the perks are just like, hey, we're bringing this back again, or all of the ammo mods and stuff like that. I suppose they gave us the light one, but everything else is just a bit tedious. Anyway, Shatter Blast is coming back. That's normally good to destroy armor, so it's good against enemies that have a lot of armor on, and it will occasionally explode stuff. Apparently, it doesn't directly affect elite enemies until you've done some augments, but area of effect explosions can still damage them. And here's the augments for it. Big game, it'll work against elite enemies. Expect an impressively sized explosion. Blast Chain, where it can spawn extra explosions, or Blast Repair, where if you break enemy armor, then that will add armor health to you. That sounds like that'll be a really good one, actually. And then minor augments, increase the size, increase the damage, or knock enemies down. All of those sound pretty good. Then there's some new gobblegums. We've got Explosive Flourish, where if you reload your weapon, it creates an explosion around you. Isn't that a bit like, was it Electric Cherries? A bit like that. But now it's a gobblegum. Oh well. Flavor Hex, which activates a random Ultra Gobblegum. That seems pretty cool, because Ultra Gobblegums are obviously super powerful. You know, like you could just get a Perkaholic from that. But then you might get a Wonder Bar, which you might not want, so who knows. And then Rain Burp's a new whimsical one where they burp sparkly rainbow bubbles. There we go. I'm sure lots of people love that. Is that what that picture was of? There was a picture of some... Yeah, maybe that's what that is. Fair enough. Okay. And then there's the rocket launcher as well is going to become in season as an additional support weapon for 2000. And that's it. So, that's kind of interesting. Oh, there's a new challenge down there. The big interesting thing, I would say, for zombies isn't any of this. I mean, Grief coming back is kind of interesting. I'll definitely give it a try. But the big interesting thing is no new map in Season 4. We had new maps in Seasons 1, 2, 3. You know, we got Citadel de Mort, which kind of surprised people that we were getting that so quickly. And then we had Tomb, and then we had Shattered Veil. This is the first season where we're not getting a new map, which does kind of make me think that maybe Janus Towers is going to be the final map for zombies. I know there have been people saying, oh, there's definitely going to be 3 more maps because there's 3 more seasons in the year. But this makes me think maybe Janus Towers might be the last zombies map, which is a bit of a shame, but we've been kind of spoiled for zombies maps so far. And maybe Grief will be fun, so it's not all bad. But let's get on to the meat of it. Let's get on to Warzone, which is probably the place where I'm going to be spending most of my time this season. So, there's a few big things here. New point of interest, the Overlook, this new skyscraper that they tweeted a picture of earlier, and it's also in the gameplay trailer. And then some new limited time modes, which we haven't had that many limited time modes, I feel like, or at least interesting ones in Warzone for a while. Some new ranked stuff going on, and some new features like cranes and horizontal zip lines, which I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that. So, Overlook, that's the big thing. So we're getting this new building. There used to be this kind of round building that, although this picture doesn't show it, it's actually a very tall building, that one. Like, it's one of the tallest buildings, if not the tallest, I'm not sure. Which sort of overlooked downtown, and you could snipe people all over the place from there. I'm sure you will recognize it from Warzone as an annoying place where there's often snipers up there. Now there's a massive skyscraper being built there. Like, this is so much taller than that. Like, the difference is huge, isn't it? Like, how much taller? I would say this reminds me the most of the under construction skyscraper that is in Urzikstan. It looks very similar, and it's got like cranes going to it and stuff like that. And you know how if you're on that one, it was actually kind of tricky to snipe people down on ground level from that building because it's just so tall. Like, it's so high up. It's kind of tricky to get good angles on people on the ground. You can shoot people on other rooftops easier. And I think this will change quite a lot of the sightlines around downtown because this building wasn't that much taller than a lot of the other buildings. So if you were like behind one of these air vents or something, you could still take cover from snipers up here. Because this one's so tall, they're actually going to be looking straight down on you. They're going to have a massive advantage over every other building, which is kind of crazy. So this could be a nightmare, or it could be fun. I'm quite happy about it. I think it's kind of an exciting thing. It's funny, inside there's an ascender that just goes to that level of it, and then obviously it goes up much higher. I'm guessing that'll be the thing. Like, you can snipe people from everywhere, but it'll be a super dangerous place. There'll be lots of zip lines and stuff to get up there. So it has the diamond in it and perimeter security checkpoints. So it says drop into the grounds and you immediately see the grounds of a new skyscraper under construction stretch in a rough diamond shape around the location of the old SKN comm tower. Flanked by two massive cranes, the building plot perimeter runs from the corner of the main bank, so there somewhere, clockwise past the post office, passing the Rothwin Donner building. Does anybody know the Rothwin Donner building? Does anyone use that as a call out? Northeast to the Museum Art Gallery and follows the road round City Hall. So all the way around there. You know what? I didn't even know there was a museum or art gallery in Verdansk. Is that me being stupid? I had no idea. Anyway, that is the building. All the older structures have been bulldozed in the name of progress. Now, there's also security checkpoints, military-style security checkpoints, so you can still drive through them and stuff. Oh, there's a cool ramp there. A nice ramp there. But yeah, that's just to show you that you're kind of where the edge of the area is. At ground level, there's this kind of construction site area. So lots and lots of stuff around the cranes and stuff like that. And you can see what's left of Burger Town there. And then there's restaurants on the ground floor. So there's Burger Town and a sushi place. So cool. That also lets you into the grand foyer. Apparently there's a big foyer somewhere in there. I don't know if you can really see that there. There's two cranes on either side. Oh, that one's got a laptop. Why has that got a laptop on it? So two huge cranes flank the north and south side of the monolith and are another way to traverse into it with 5 separate platforms attached to the mast. Oh yeah, you can see there's like a platform there, a platform there, a platform there, the thing hanging down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know where the 5th one is. But anyway, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? That there's a bunch of different platforms. Use the vertical ascender built into the crane's mast and take an 8-second ascent to a platform just below the jib that extends out on the main winch and a hoist allowing a jump to the overlook roof. Operators who aren't challenged by vertigo will have a wild and panoramic views that extend to all of Verdansk's POIs. That's kind of crazy. Like, I thought it would just be the normal cranes, but these do look like much more substantial ones. What is this screen? I don't know, man. I don't know if I can zoom in on it. I'm going to open that in a new tab for later. Actually, no, I'm going to do it now. Can't wait. What is this? And scroll across. What does that say? Crane door ready? Something. It looks like there's something that you can interact with here. So that's kind of interesting to me. You know, I'm always excited for Easter eggs and stuff like that. Anyway, back to this. So both cranes are also functional. Oh, then it immediately tells you what they are. I'm being an idiot. I should have just read on a little bit. Providing you found the necessary controls in the vicinity, which will be those, both on and off the crane superstructures. Cargo on a hook block and hoist can be summoned and moved to various locations around the tower and nearby downtown buildings in case you or your team needs a daring lift. So you can like move stuff around on the cranes. I'd assume maybe it'll just be like you interact with it and it moves between preset locations. I'm guessing you don't just like steer it. But that's kind of cool. That's a little bit different. I always want stuff that's a bit different in Warzone. So that's kind of cool. I keep looking in these in case there's anything in the background, like around Bunker 10 or anything, in case there's something else has changed that they haven't told us about. So there's zip lines, increasing the ways you can quickly traverse and gain or lose great height. There's zip lines providing a diagonal route to and from the surrounding downtown building rooftops. So it'll be like lots of quick ways to get up there, lots of ways to attack it, although I'm sure they'll be noisy and you'll get shot off them if you try. Each also has a small billboard or other protective cover as you reach the zipline mechanism. So you can get there from the post office rooftop, the Rothwind Donner building, which we all know exactly where that is, the Art Gallery Museum, which we all know where it is. I don't know where it is. And the City Hall Dome rooftop. I do know where that is. So there's an Easter egg in the City Hall. Check out my other video if you haven't seen it already. Then this is the lobby, very fancy. The Overlook has substantial exterior and interior presence, mainly tiered fountains, planting and stairs up to forecourts, and shuttered entrances to north, east, south and west, all leading to a central interior lobby. If you find the main entrance is shuttered, it means the lobby's experiencing a lockdown. Perhaps there's a way to breach this security? Are there other ways to get in? Well, yeah, the big cranes, surely. Maybe there's tunnels or something, I don't know. But yeah, we see this in the trailer. In the trailer, we see Stitch like typing on a computer and activating a shutdown and all the windows and stuff seal up by the looks of it. The interior lobby has a coffee shop, mezzanine office, stairs, a variety of cover options, and other areas to investigate, not least the marginally terrifying 18-story elevator ascenders to northeast and southwest, and even those only get you halfway up the inside of the tower. Then there's a sky deck, so just above the midway point is a 5-floor interior. This is a huge POI. Lots of area in this. This is going to be crazy on like the first day this goes live. Depending on your use of ziplines, you're able to access a large atrium of concrete tile and planters and an abundance of plant life. Around the perimeter are rooms, stairwells, and 2 new elevator shafts, all enabling you to reach the exterior sky deck. Cool. So there's a big sky deck outside with a pyramid on it. Do you think it's going to be the zombies pyramid? I'm sure there'll be someone making a video now being like, oh my god, the pyramid from the moon is here. I can't remember what that pyramid's called. I'm sure someone will tell me. The large rectangular holes provide zipline access and apparently helicopter access. Nick, who I play with, is definitely going to crash helicopters trying to do this. The ascent doesn't end here and enter any of the 4 pillars holding up the roof of the skyscraper for another elevator ascender ride. So it sounds like there's not proper elevators in this like there were in the Urzikstan one. There's just ascenders. So then there's a penthouse. Oh, that looks like a mysterious room, doesn't it? So top floors up from the sky deck to the roof, missing windows, exterior gantries without railings, and exposed exterior ladders. So lots of ways to get up there. This looks a lot more like finished than I expected it to, the inside parts. There's a security and server room, a 2-floor penthouse level with opulent bedroom, kitchen and games area, and that's before the more perturbed of operators learn the secrets of the, I'd assume by the fact they said the perturbed of operators, do they mean like worried operators? So is that going to be a safe room maybe? Are there going to be secrets of the safe room? Probably. Sounds like we're going to have some secrets to look at. Obviously, as soon as this all goes live next Thursday, I'll be streaming and we'll be going there straight away and probably dying repeatedly because everyone will be going there while I try to work out these secrets. Maybe I'll go there in casual or something. So what modes are we getting for Season 4? We're getting Clash, which is the 2-team thing on Warzone. We have 52 players versus 52 players. It's like team deathmatch. If they let you get like weapon camo progress, this is amazing for stuff like that. So I was umming and ahhing about whether to do some of the weapon camos. Now I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I could do it in this. Just do it in Clash. So yeah, 52 versus 52 divided into 13 quad squads per side. There's no circle collapse, no last stand benefit for Survivor, and your loadouts are available immediately. You just need to try and get 500 points by killing enemies, completing contracts, and participating in public events. Cool. Oh, the clash matches occur in a subsection of the Verdansk map, blah, blah, blah. You get some vehicles in it. There's some contracts. Does it say anything about camos? It doesn't say anything about camos, so yeah, I assume that you'll be able to do camos in this, and it'll be amazing for that, because everyone will be respawning, so you'll just be absolutely slaughtering people, and because you're fighting a team, I don't think people will be sort of as hard to find as maybe they would be in a normal plunder or something like that. So that sounds cool. Then there's in-match events and domination points. Oh, this is just still in Clash. Never mind, I don't care about that. Clash mode gameplay features. There's buy stations where you can get bunker busters and stuff like that. You can get hand cannons. Fair enough. There's also a new field upgrade that's only in Clash mode at season launch. where you can fit a barricade to a closed single or double door, and a heavy-duty lock attaches to and is visible on both sides, preventing the opening or access through the door until it's removed by the operator or squad mates who fitted it, or destroyed using explosives. Low gunfire and melee equipment will work, so it has a lot of health. I actually suggested this as one of the things that I thought they could add to Warzone is a way to lock doors. So yeah, that'd be kind of interesting that, you know, making a way that people have to lock, like, to open the door, they have to make a lot of noise, I think is kind of interesting. So there's a new kill streak, the hand cannon, meh, big deal. SAM turrets coming back, but only in clash mode. It's interesting, some of these say clash mode only, and some of them say clash mode at season launch, which makes me think the hand cannon will probably come to the main game, and the door barricade will probably come to the main game at some point. There. So it says it'll be loot in Battle Royale and Battle Royale casual modes via a new care package kill streak, all coming at mid-season. There we go. So yeah, the door barricade will turn up, and yeah, the hand cannon will also come in the care package. So yeah, those are going to be coming to Battle Royale, the main ones. Then there's the train. If a clash map features a portion of the large circular railroad track that the train travels along, then this hulking engine and loot-filled carriages are parked and available to use added cover. That makes me wonder if that's going to be a different train maybe to the normal one, because a normal one doesn't have loot-filled carriages. It's got like 3 boxes on it. So maybe. And then there's UAV towers as well, and there's some clash mode power-ups. Fair enough. Then coming mid-season, there's the Havoc Royale limited time mode, where there's just lots of weird modifiers. So there we go. It says expect a full rundown of the mode in the Season 4 Reloaded blog, so we'll have to wait a month for that. It seems like they've done a lot of limited time modes like that, where it's like, hey, you've got crazy powers, like you can jump high or you can run fast or something like that. And then Resurgence Casual, 44 players and bots. Sounds like Casual has been a big success if they're adding another casual mode. That's really good. So that's going to be Rebirth Island, but in casual mode. So I think that's really cool. That's nice. So if you want to do Rebirth, if you've maybe been enjoying Battle Royale Casual, and please do let me know if you've been watching this video all the way to here. If you're one of those people that's been enjoying the Battle Royale Casual mode, please let me know in the comments below, because I do think it's good for people just to see how many people are having a good time with the casual mode. Then it talks about ranked Battle Royale. So there's going to be ranked stuff. We've got new rewards. There's a sniper rifle if you manage to get 250 eliminations. I don't think I've managed to get that many kills in the current season, although we have only had half a season, I guess. And then there's some emblems with a dinosaur on them, skull thing, and some decals. Is that it? That's the ranked rewards. That's rubbish. Oh well. So yeah, those rewards are terrible. You get an emblem with a dinosaur on it. Fair enough. And the diamond one and the platinum one, they look fine. They're just slightly different colours. That's really rubbish. Why don't they just do skins every season? Anyway, then we're also mid-season going to be getting Ranked Play Resurgence coming back, which is pretty cool. So this is going to be coming back, and I assume... yeah, the ranking is separate from Battle Royale Rank Play. So you'll have 2 different rankings. So if you're like me, and when you play ranked mode, you tend to get up to Platinum or Diamond and then stop because it starts getting too hard. Now you can be like, okay, now I'll go to Resurgence and try and get to ranked mode in that. I assume they're the same rewards, probably? I don't know. No idea. Anyway, there's some new gameplay features also coming to Verdansk. There's going to be the care package, which we've had before, the hand cannon, which we've had before. Door barricades are new. And the Polaris Sportsman XP 1000. I've been laughing about this, that I don't think a lot of people know that there have been licensed vehicles in Warzone. So there was like, the one everyone knows is the electric Humvee. Like the electric Humvee was in Warzone 2. We had it in Al Mazrah. It was a cool vehicle in the game. And probably a kind of cool advert for like, hey, yeah, like you could get this in real life if you want. I don't know how many people played Warzone and then decided they wanted an electric Humvee. Who weren't already considering it. That seems weird to me, but maybe there were some people. But then there have actually been more. So there was the Polaris buggy, that's a real thing. The bikes that they just put back into Warzone, that's a Triumph bike, that's a real one. And now it looks like they're replacing the quads with a Polaris one. So I guess this is a real ATV. I don't know if it'll be any different, but there we go. So, the proper new thing is this door barricade. That's kind of interesting. I like the idea of that, of being able to put a door barricade on. And especially like in the end game or something like that, just stop someone from taking you by surprise from behind. I'm sure there'll be lots of people complaining that it's going to lead to camping and stuff like that, but those people should just get over it and accept that campers are a thing they have to deal with in the game. Some people like to camp. They're allowed to. So, those things are all coming. The kill streak, the care package, open ground loot caches for a rare chance to obtain the care package. It's a throwable kill streak, which will give you a crate with rare loot in it, including the rare equipment. Oh, you can even get specialist from it. Bloody hell. I wonder if you'll be able to buy that at some point. Don't know. Doesn't seem like it's any of these are going to be in ranked, by the way. These are just going to be in Battle Royale. But anyway, that's coming mid-season, so not at the beginning. And there's a new perk, Loot Master, that increases the amount of loot you find while opening caches, so you might get more cash and more chance to get field upgrades. I feel like we've had something like that before. That's mid-season anyway. They're changing the quad to this. So they've said they've added it to the pool. So it's got more stability than ever before. They're saying it's added to the vehicle pool. I wonder if they'll have Polaris ones as well as the normal ATVs. Or will they just replace the ATVs? I would just assume that they would replace the ATVs. But I guess we'll see. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. Now we get on to some of the generic stuff. So everything from this point on is stuff that affects all of the modes. For Warzone, I have to say I'm quite impressed. There's more than I expected. Ranked, I don't care about too much. I'm like, I'll play it. Obviously, I really like playing ranked, but I don't care about the rewards they've added. It's kind of cool that we can play ranked Resurgence again mid-season, but that's a month away, so I don't want to think about it. Limited time modes, I don't really care about too much. I don't think they sound all that interesting. But this new location, the location, I think this does sound really cool. And I'm glad they're adding something that's actually new to Warzone. I think that's very, very cool. And yeah, the door locking thing. Kind of excited about that too. But yeah, so Warzone, I'm fairly happy with it. I think that's a pretty good update. But I need to scroll all the way back down again. Let's get to the stuff that applies to everything. So weapons. There's the LC-10. I used to use this SMG quite a lot before when it was in the game. Again, it's another returning thing. It was in Black Ops Cold War. I used to have one that was like called Poison Frog or something, some blueprint. And I used it all the time. I used to really like it. But it's got fast, it says moderate rate of fire, but then that one says it spits out rounds fast. Excellent accuracy and range, average mobility, and very slow handling for its class. Oh well, okay. It'll be interesting to see what that does. There's the FFAR 1, apparently. Is there an FFAR 2? I don't know. But anyway, that's coming back to the game, so that's a new assault rifle. It's a full auto assault rifle with very high rate of fire and excellent close quarter battle power, but slower handling and mobility. So strong up close, but slow handling and mobility maybe? I don't know. It's a new assault rifle. It'll probably be meta and great, and you'll have to like buy a blueprint to get it with attachments, or you'll have to spend hours leveling it up or buy multiplayer or something. I don't know. Well, I don't get that excited about them adding new assault rifles anymore. I'm sorry. Or old assault rifles. There's the Essex, which is a marksman rifle, a super old one by looks of it. So it's a lever action marksman rifle. That could be kind of fun. There was one like that before, wasn't there? In like Warzone 2, maybe? Where it was like a cowboy rifle, a lever action rifle, and that was kind of cool. So maybe that'll be fun. It was just fun to use and like stupidly powerful. Maybe we'll get something like that. There's a special weapon, the Olympia, which is a double-barreled shotgun. Hopefully it's not going to be like the 725 where they made it so it was super powerful. It says very high damage and respectable range. Can you remember the 725? I remember in DMZ that thing completely taking over when I realized I could wipe entire teams with it because you could just down people from so far away. You could use it like a sniper rifle. Yeah. We'll see how that one goes. Is that coming mid-season? Yeah, that's mid-season. All of the others, I think. Oh, yeah. That's in season, the lever action rifle, and the other two are at launch. But yeah, that shotgun, I feel like that's going to become the 725 again. Maybe they've learned from the past, but they never have done before, so who knows. Anyway, and then there's a pickaxe. Great. I'm sure there'll be some Minecraft tie-in at some point. Now that both Minecraft and Call of Duty are owned by Microsoft, I'd almost be shocked if there wasn't a Minecraft tie-in pickaxe. Then new special weapon attachments. We've got the G-Grip for SMGs, which gives extra stability, because that's what we need, guns to be more accurate. And a Strider 22 3-round burst mod. Okay, the SVD full auto mod, TR2 close quarter battle auto conversion. I don't really care about all of those things. Every now and then one of them comes along and everyone says they're super overpowered. Fine, other than that I don't really care about it. There's a new battle pass with these skins. You can get Stitch and Adler skins. The Black Cell ones look kind of silly, don't they? Like they're all purple and weird and glowy, and people won't use them because they glow. That one looks okay, the Supermax one, I guess. But I feel like people will just use the basic ones a bit more. It's a bit sneaky that they've made the Black Cell ones dark coloured, so people are more likely to use those because you'll be able to like be more camouflaged. That's a bit sneaky. I feel like Call of Duty is constantly skirting around the edge of like pay to win, which is a bit cheeky. This skin, I swear I've already got this skin from like Modern Warfare 2 or 3. Or a skin that looks a lot like it with this demon thing. But anyway, apparently this is a new operator that you can get for getting Black Cell. He looks like a demon and he's glowy and stuff. Fair enough. And there's a bunch of other stuff. There's some new exclusive skins and weapon skins and all of that nonsense that you normally get. Is there anything else with Black Cell? You get extra daily challenges and you get extra XP. There we go. And then operators. So there's this guy, Omen. That's a new one. Stitch, kind of new as in he's back to it. Ballerina. So that's a store bundle. Oh, is that from the film? Oh, yeah, that's the one from the John Wick spin-off. There we go. How have we not got John Wick in Warzone, but we've got Ballerina? But anyway, the highly anticipated new action film from the world of John Wick. I've literally not heard a single person talk about this film. I've only seen it, on what films are coming out this year. But oh well, apparently it's highly anticipated by somebody. You can buy that skin. It's quite a cool skin, to be fair. Like a woman in a ball gown. That looks kind of cool. But yeah. I don't know. I don't care about Ballerina. Some Season 4 events. What, is that it? Is that all of the new operators? Oh, fair enough. I thought there'd be more than that for some reason. So there's some events. There's a Ballerina event where it doesn't say what you do. Do you complete challenges? It'll just be getting XP, won't it? But that's how you get the Essex Model 7 marksman rifle and a Ballerina-themed nunchuck. Wow. There's a Rivals event where Stitch is bringing his code-cracking expertise to help uncover the real names of the final Pantheon moles in the CIA. You have to earn XP. They could have done something cool there where you're finding codes and trying to crack them, and like the community works together to solve really complicated codes, and then you type it in to get the rewards. But no, you earn XP. And then you'll be able to get the Strider 3-round burst mod and the rocket launcher score streak. Okay, fine. And then there's the King of the Dead, Master of Grief, where you eliminate zombies in any zombie mode or collect essence in grief to go up leaderboards, and you receive more points for dispatching harder zombies, and that will help you climb the zombies leaderboards. And once the event's over, you'll get rewards granted based on your leaderboard position. So everyone receives some kind of reward, but to obtain the really good stuff, you have to perfect your special elite zombie slaying. So that's just going to be a game of who can spend the longest playing zombies. And I don't know if you've ever met hardcore zombies players, but they can spend a very long time playing zombies. So good luck with that leaderboard. It will be kind of interesting to see, like there'll be a cutoff, of the super hardcore zombies fans and then everyone else, because they'll have 500 hours in it, and then everyone else will be way lower than that. It'll be interesting to see how many people are even on that leaderboard, like how many people play these zombies modes in total. That'll be an interesting way to sort of be able to maybe measure the zombies population. That's a bit interesting. Anyway, new store offering. So there's this Ballerina thing with a dress, or she's got like a trench coat in case you don't want to be wearing something red and shiny in a battlefield. They've got this kind of, I don't know what this is. It's like vaguely cell-shaded animated. Looks a bit like The Wolf Among Us or something like that. Ink and Smoke Ultra Skin. But there you go. That's a thing. And then there's some other bundles. There's a guy with a gold mask, a guy with just a normal mask, and a goat who plays basketball. Okay. What's happened to Call of Duty? And that's it. So then it just tells you to upgrade to Black Ops 6 now. So that is everything for Season 4 in Call of Duty. I'm excited about the Warzone stuff. I'm super excited about this tower. I'll definitely give Grief a try. I would say this season's probably got more going for it than I expected it to have. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited about Season 4? What are you most excited for? Are people excited for Rebuff Casual? I'd be super interested to know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.